welcome to the Dive-In. I'm your host, Kathleen, and today I actually have two guests. I have Akash and I have Kat.
Hi.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Once again, our friend Kathleen has decided to torture us with horror movies. And by us, I mean me and my significant other.
Oh, you made Leela watch it? I thought you said you weren't going to let her watch it.
She did fall asleep in the corner of our couch, but it was also late.
Okay. It's acceptable to fall asleep in this movie.
Yeah.
For everyone listening, we are talking about Night Swim, the 2024 film about a haunted pool. Kat and I saw this movie together in theaters, and it was an amazing experience because the audience was just on the same level as us. And so I told Akash, I was like, you have to watch this movie. Like, it's not scary. It is hilarious.
I should have watched it during the day when I could riff on it, because I love riffing on movies like freaking what's that show? Mystery Magic Theater 3000 or Space Theater 3000 or whatever.
Yeah.
The original one. As a kid, I loved that show. I thought it was amazing. And so I love riffing on what I consider B movies. And as soon as I saw the camera quality of this movie, I was like, I'm in. You've got me. You've got me.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So this movie like follows Ray Walker, who's like he's like a former baseball star that, as we learn out pretty quickly, and he
like
has
minor league or something.
Yeah, it definitely was not major league. But he like had some sort of medical condition that took him out of baseball, and he is miserable. His whole family is miserable, and so they moved to this place with this pool so he can do water therapy. And I rewatched this movie just for this podcast, and I feel like I picked up on some things that I didn't pick up on before. Like, obviously, at one point when he cuts his hand trying to fix the pool, and then his hand heals later because he stuck it in the pool, it was because the cat was sacrificed to the pool. And I didn't put that together until the second time I watched it.
I want to just take a moment about the writing of this movie and remember iconic lines such as, "There's a pool. I've always wanted a pool." And I used to be scared of pools.
What about the line when he goes back to his doctor and he's just like, yeah, I've been doing what is it, like water
yoga
water yoga or whatever 2 times a week. He's like, we got a pool.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you, like 6 and telling some stranger about this?
Let me be clear here. And it's not the actor. This is how this movie was written. Because the main actor is Wyatt Russell. He's been in
he leaned into that script. Like,
oh, he was here for it. He crushed it, dude. He's in a freaking multi-million-dollar movie next year. He's in the Thunderbolts. It's literally,
oh my gosh.
Wyatt Russell is the guy that played U.S. agent, like the bad Captain America and the Winter Soldier and the Falcon TV show.
Yeah.
Like, he's not a small name actor at all. I was like, how did you get this, man? And he must have seen the script and was like, I'm in.
Oh gosh.
Oh my gosh. I would do that. So I mean, if I was an actress, I'd be like, hell yeah, let's do a freaking B horror movie. It's
amazing. Oh, also, my coffee today is by Jennings Java Coffee Roasters in Columbus, Ohio. This is a new coffee of theirs that this man literally roasted an hour before I showed up. And we talked for about 30 seconds. He's like, I got something for you. And he filled a bag and heat sealed it in front of me before handing it to me. So
okay,
go get you a Jennings.
Oh my gosh. I'm over here being sponsored by Kleenex today. I don't know if anyone listening can hear, but I am very stuffed up.
This secondary latte is also from Jennings Java. I did make 2 coffees just for that bit.
What's your third drink though? Water?
Yeah, what is the third drink?
Just water.
Okay. Well, that's less. Is it from Jennings, Ohio?
No, this is courtesy of my terrible water supply in this place that I live, and it's been filtered.
Anyway.
Back to this movie. I literally made 2 copies for that bit. Hold on, I just found the tagline for this movie, like the official tagline. You ready for this? Night swim. Everything you fear is under the surface.
Hey, it's a good one.
It is a good one.
That's a solid line.
I know. And honestly, I thought this movie was gonna be, I thought it was gonna be a good horror movie because like that's actually a good concept, is a haunted pool, and that like it's haunted at night, which by the way, there's only like 2 scenes at night. Like
Yeah.
there's 2.
There's like one night swim.
It's haunted during the day too, which is a little disappointing.
Also, this family, let me be clear here, has some of the smartest children I've ever seen. Because the girl, no. Let me be clear. Smartest children in a horror movie, because as we know, everyone in a horror movie's IQ is below 75. They're just Neanderthals. So in this, something scary happens to the teenage daughter, and then she doesn't go back in the pool.
Yeah.
Or the scary thing happens to the son, and then what does he do? He's like, I should record this just so I'm not fucking crazy. And then the girl, she's like, no, our family is happy here. Dad's doing better. You keep your mouth shut. Bitch, you almost died. Do not keep your mouth shut. That is not what a teenage girl should be learning. Say something.
I will say though, they were pretty quick. Like they only had one experience each, and then they were like, "The pool is haunted. It's doing something. We have to leave this house forever." Like they were very quick on it. There was like only one thing each, and they're like, they didn't even like connect and talk about it. They denied it to each other, and then we're like, "Okay, yep, the pool's haunted. Let's leave." Like
sibling connections right there. I guess I just don't know.
But yeah, and then I will say the cat also wasn't very smart. Initially, the cat was hissing at the pool, didn't like the pool, and next thing you know, it's just like, I'm gonna sit on the diving board and see what this little toy boat is doing in the pool. I was like, this cat was smart. It stayed away, and now it's just now it's in the pool and
they looked for that cat for all of one night.
For real.
Yeah, they kind of forgot about it real quick.
That's like my biggest horror movie gripe, is killing cats and like animals.
Yeah, killing animals. You'll like A Quiet Place.
It
the new
irritates
one.
me. I know. I heard that. Yeah.
No, but they did this weird thing with that cat too. Like it was like they were like, oh, it's a black cat, so the black cat being sacrificed. Like very cliche horror.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's like, leave cats alone.
I know.
Yeah,
they leave us alone. We should leave them alone. Like, come on.
I agree with you, Kat. I think they should have sacrificed a human being, as horror movies should do.
Exactly.
And they should leave the animal abuse at home. We've progressed as a society. Human ritual sacrifice, that on the up and up. That's what we need to bring back.
They did try. They did try in this movie.
They succeeded in this movie.
Yeah.
Well, at the end, but like at first when they were having the pool party, which I want to point out that one girl had that boy over, the Christian guy, which was not, it had nothing to do with the story whatsoever that he was a Christian.
He's a Christian.
And they're like, oh, it's so much more spicy that he kissed you because he's the Christian. I was like, what? Okay.
Dude, I'm finding the writer for this movie. You guys keep going. I'm finding the writer.
But like, so they're swimming, and like when he's leaving, he's like, okay, see you Saturday for the pool party. He leaves, and then it's the next day. And I know it's the next day, it's the pool party, because the girl is saying like, oh, he came over last night. I was like, well, then why would he say I'm gonna see you Saturday if it's literally the next day? Like that'd be like, all right, Kat, see you Sunday. If we could see a movie, like it's like you mean tomorrow? Like, right? You would probably clarify, like, you mean tomorrow? Like what?
So bizarre.
It's very, yeah, the script was it was something special. I'm surprised anyone also produced it.
Like, speaking of the Christian boy, I want to know, like, when that whole sequence happens with like Marco Polo, where the fuck did he go?
Yeah. Well,
did he just like leave the pool and like run off?
Yeah. He did.
Yo, if I was
there was only like a second.
Yeah, he said you were gone for like 30, like a couple seconds. Yeah.
Yeah.
So apparently this movie had a short. In 2014, there was a Night Swim short by the screenwriter, Bryce James McGuire.
I think I
And
remember that.
10 years later, we got they're calling Night Swim a short film, by the way, not like a, which
It's
is
an hour and
interesting.
a half. That's not a short film.
It like I'm just saying like this. That's what IMDb's like putting it as, and maybe that's because the original was a short film,
Maybe.
like maybe because of that.
Because it's definitely a full-length feature.
Yeah, it's a full movie.
Yeah.
Also, did you forget about the Asian girl that got sacrificed in the beginning? We had human sacrifice at the start of this thing.
Oh yeah, the Asian
That's
girl,
right.
the poor girl.
Yeah, and her
Her
mom
mom.
was
Her mom.
also none of okay. So evil spirits, monsters, whatever. There are certain rules that these things have to follow in the sense of like this is what they can do, this is what they can't do. There was a water fountain in Asian mom's home.
Yes.
I'm assuming that the water in that fountain feature is not from the pool because the pool was refilled when they moved in.
No, the water came from the spring. So if the fountain is also tapped into the spring, then it would be the same water.
Yeah.
This is fair.
Yes.
So that's that. Nothing was explained about this evil spirit, by the way. Like we
But
didn't kill the
I
evil
like
spirit.
movies that do that though. I don't need a resolution.
No.
I need something scary. But
I'm cool. The resolution was dad being like, it needs a sacrifice.
Yeah. Is he okay?
Oh my God, that you and I cracked up about that after the movie. Like literally doing. First of all, his wife does not know how to do CPR. She did like 3 pushes and then was just
Oh
like,
my God, yeah.
anything. I think that's when he drowned actually, when Ray drowned. But oh my gosh, that kid, like literally, dad just being like, "Is he okay?" It's like, bro, no, you drowned him. You let a evil spirit take over and drown him just because you wanted to be a baseball player again. Oh my gosh, I want to talk about the hairy swamp monster that comes out the bottom of the pool. Like it literally looks like a hair clog is the monster.
Oh my God. Also, like the random like prosthetics or whatever they use to like make the spirit in the water scary. I was like, what the heck is this? Like, what did this add? But also, like, I have to say, dumb horror movies are fine. There doesn't need to be a message or anything like that.
Yeah.
But this movie does have a message, and it's a bad message.
What's the message? Don't
This
swim?
the whole thing of this, like, because we had an arc for Ray where
a little bit, yeah.
he didn't want to be a burden on his family and stuff like that. And so he basically learns to sacrifice himself, which is killing himself for his son to like end the story arc for him as a character. That is not a good moral.
Well, he had to, I don't know.
No, he had to save his son. Yeah, I understand. But like, you understand what I'm saying with this like character arc. Because that's what it was. He basically didn't want to be a burden to his family. He's like, well, now I'm not a burden because of my leg and because I can't play baseball. In fact, now I'm a burden because I'm possessed by an evil swimming pool. Oh man, it like don't get me wrong. I don't think the writer by any means was like. There's no way the writer's point was like what I'm saying, but like, what the heck, man? Like, what the heck? Not everything needs to be like existential dread or something like that, but it's like, but like, what? Like, you couldn't have found like this movie seemed like it should have had a happy resolution.
I think it's not supposed to focus on the sacrifice. I think it's supposed to be he was so focused on himself and on baseball that he finally kind of like realized like, oh no, my family is more important, and so that's why he made that sacrifice.
I think that's a great way to look at it.
Yeah.
But what happened is he jumped into an evil swimming pool to drown.
Yeah, well, to disappear and join the other evil spirits down there. Although I love that they made the little girl a good spirit. That's like so. It gave me House on Haunted Hill vibes, where like all of a sudden there's a random good spirit being like, "Oh, let me help you." It's like, why is she good? Like, why would she be good when earlier she tried to suck the little boy into the gutter? which also very much It vibes. I was waiting for his arm to get ripped off or something.
Oh,
Like,
I
same.
mean, I think because her mom was dead by this point, so like her like evil vengeance was past.
did her mom die?
I would assume the crazy Asian lady died when black stuff came out of her eyes.
Oh, I thought she
Did
just
she-
went crazy. I don't know.
I mean, she was already crazy.
She
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Like how she was talking, she's like, "Well, needed a healthy son," and I was like, please don't go into these racial stereotypes.
Yeah. Well, I think it. Yeah, I hated when she said like, "Oh, it's fine if like it's easier for her daughter to die because she didn't see it coming versus like the son having to slowly suffer," which is just such a oh, that's so awful to have to think about, especially with your own children. And I know it wasn't
Yeah.
her, I know it was the pool, but I'm like, still, like
Also, this
that's
movie just like
awful.
ends, and it's like, what is his family gonna say? Are they
Oh,
just gonna be like, "There's no body. We're just gonna lie about
Right?
what happened. We're just gonna
oh my
lie,"
gosh.
or
Like,
it's like, "Hey, Kat, what happened to your husband? He was eaten by an evil swimming pool."
which they filled in, by the way. Like they
Nobody's
Yeah.
gonna believe you.
yeah,
No.
they're gonna exhume that freaking pool. I can tell you right now, if there's a night swim too, it's gonna be the police
Don't
looking
make a
into
night swim
stuff,
too.
and then they're gonna like literally have the police come in and dig up the pool, and the pool's gonna refill and take out the cops or something like that. Oh, I would watch that. If anyone important is listening, let's go.
I mean, like, if it's
I
the
just wrote the
spring,
story for you.
if the spring is evil, like, wouldn't it just move to another pool?
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, the pool has to be built for the spring, though. It can't be like
I
a
mean,
chlorinated pool.
maybe it got a promotion. Like maybe you can go to the water tower now. Like
Well,
you can move to the
maybe.
water tower, or like the. Also, if chlorine fixes everything, then like why didn't they just chlorinate the pool? What I've
Well,
learned is evil water-based spirits and villains cannot defeat chlorine, and cleaning chemicals is the power that we need in America.
I don't know. I've never seen the only other like pool-based horror movie I know of is like Lady in the Water, and I never saw that. So I don't know what the chlorine to pool or chlorine to evil spirit ratio is, like how much you need to defeat them.
Trying to think of, Kat, have you seen any other like water-based evil things?
I
The only
have
thing I can think of
not.
is only thing I can think of is a supernatural episode in season one.
Oh, okay. I've seen Supernatural.
Which
Yeah,
what happened in that episode?
I don't remember. It's been
so
forever since I watched this.
don't worry, I got you. I got you.
Okay.
So in this episode, 20 years ago or like 30 years ago, these kids at a summer camp bullied a kid and basically drowned him and
Oh,
let his body disappear into a
Jason
lake.
Voorhees.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Are
30 years later,
Are we talking about Friday the 13th?
no, this is Supernatural. This is an episode in Supernatural. And so because that lake is connected to so much water and stuff, a sink fills up and a hand comes out of it and pulls some of these kids that killed the other kid are like in their 30s, like one's a police officer, one's this, one's that. So the evil spirit of this boy that's connected to all of these homes and stuff starts killing all of their family members in whatever water is present, bathtub, sink, all this.
I remember this now.
And all they need to do is like burn this kid's bones and it's fine. How are you going to find the bones? They just let this kid's body go off. And so the spirit just kills all of these people it needs vengeance on, and then just like we've moved on.
Oh, I just had a thought. How did the Asian lady, how did she move from that house? Like, if no one can leave the house when they're possessed by that pool, how was she able to move out of that pool or out of that house?
She sacrificed the kid and she left.
But the spirit was still in? I don't know. Because like
she sacrificed the kid, they got healed, and then they just like left. And like I think the possession of that lady happened like literally when Eve went to go talk to her. Because Eve was like, even Eve was like, all right, you know it's fucked up. You like sacrificed your daughter.
Yeah.
Once again, to a swimming pool. I cannot end like it's impossible for me to end like we didn't sacrifice this to Cthulhu or some Lovecraftian figure. It's a swimming pool.
Cthulhu. Oh, that's upside down.
There we go.
Oh, wait, look, I got a new Spider-Man thingy.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, that is really cool.
I like it.
It's got and it's
Oh, that's
autographed by
dope.
the artist. Yeah.
Oh,
That's awesome.
Is that the Superior Spider-Man one?
It's the one that oh, you guys can see all my screen. It's the Iron Man or whatever Iron Man.
Iron Spider? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah, the Iron Spider in the MCU is a blend of some stuff, including Superior Spider-Man when Dr. Octopus takes over Spider-Man's body. That was a good comic run. It's actually a really fun comic run. Dr. Octopus is actually a really good Spider-Man for most of it.
Okay.
Yeah, he like does better than Peter Parker did. Like he literally is like, all right, I can save people. And like literally at one point he like helps a kid with cancer and stuff like that.
Ooh,
And
nice.
you're like, yeah. And the kid gives Dr. Octopus his stuffed animal, and he's like, no, child, I couldn't. And they gave him the child a new Spider-Man thing, and Dr. Octopus keeps that stuffed animal. And he's like, I will be the best Spider-Man.
Oh,
Yeah, it's actually pretty dope.
Cute.
that was really cute.
I like it.
That's how little there is to say about this movie. We're talking about Spider-Man comic.
Wait.
Oh, man.
I mean, we could talk about the pool party.
The pool party.
That was a shitty pool party too.
Oh, it's like
Well, clearly
it's when they're doing like chicken, right? And he starts to like walk into the deep end, which first off, the deep end is way too deep.
It's a really
would
deep
not
pool.
be allowed to have a deep end that deep.
Well,
I think it was like 8-9 feet, which is like I don't think you can. I don't know how long.
Well,
deep ends for pools like 6 feet.
Usually, yeah, like under 7 feet.
Because I think like when you have like a home pool, it can't be that deep, right?
I don't know. Let me see.
I have the
like
internet.
a thing. Or did I make that up in my mind? Very possible.
Let's see.
8 feet.
8 feet. Okay.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that's
It
reasonable.
definitely was deeper than 8 feet, right?
Sorry, I lied. There are no laws regarding how deep your pool must be. The only regulation to consider is that if you wish to have a diving board built onto your pool, the deepest must be at least 8 feet.
Ah, okay.
That makes sense.
It looks like the residential swimming pool codes and stuff like that depend upon where you are. I'm looking at the one for my state, and it is a big piece of paper with different entrapments and pipe fitting designs, and I'm not reading all of this.
No.
I'm going to move on.
Yeah.
So it depends on where you're at. But most people don't dive in their home pool, so most home pools are 6 to 7 feet is what I'm saying.
I mean, they're not supposed to. But that makes sense that his pool would be deep if they have a diving board.
Also, that house is probably really old. That house was massive, by the way.
It was massive.
The few times we saw the inside, though, it looked cramped, which made no sense to me.
Right. I also think it's funny that there's like that trope in horror films where it's like this mansion and it's like $5 and they're like, yeah, this makes sense. It's like, okay, maybe there's a reason that your house is so cheap.
Every single time. Yeah. I love that the realtor had no clue about the house. She's like, I didn't know it was this house. I was like, how would you not know? You're the realtor. You're supposed to know the entire history of this place. And you should know that a little girl went missing from this place. And not only a little girl, but apparently every single resident that ever lived there had someone go missing.
It is, yeah. It's like I take this off my list because of the bad hoodoo juju. And I'm just like, so this evil spirit just like only wanted to be a part of this swimming pool. Like it's all of these springs, and I'm like, yo, man, like you didn't get hungry in the last like 20 years.
I think it's just one spring, and they developed over it, and that pool was just freshly from that spring.
But it's like if the spring is that small, then that water fountain shouldn't have like had water from that spring.
Yeah, I agree. Unless she took water from that pool and took it with her, and then just put the water there for 20 years.
But that's such a Chekhov's gun of like, why would that even be a thing? Why would they even do that?
So that it could help her if she needs anything else and has to shop. That's another thing.
Also, and then like the pool tried to have the dad try to kill a kid or something, and I was like,
yeah, that's in the pool party.
Like in front of all those people.
Like none of that made sense. And then when the kid's mom was like, yeah, this is fucked up. We never want to see you again, blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, get away.
But
Yeah.
I will also say in their defense, he literally also drowned too in that situation, and they know that they know he has a medical condition. Like, it made sense. I would just be like, hey, like, that's fine. Like, shit, like, this happened and it sucks. We just won't go in a pool with you again. The
Right.
end. But they were very, very hostile, which, I mean, I guess initially
I mean, that
I would
kid.
I would be hostile as well initially, but like, you would come around and be like, okay, this was extenuating circumstances. It wasn't like he, from retrospect, not knowing it was haunted, you would be like, oh, like, that's terrifying that this happened, and that's scary and you need to get checked out medically. It's what I would be saying.
That is a very rational thing. I would have been like, why did you try to drown both yourself and my kid? Drown yourself and your kid.
Right.
Yeah. But your body doesn't let you try to drown yourself. So like, that's another thing as well. Like, your body has visceral reactions
You
to
are
fight
bringing
against
too
it.
much IQ into shitty horror movie people. Like, we have just gone over that, like,
I'm just
horror movie people.
justifying, but I'm like, for once, I'm justifying what they're doing, and I'm not sitting here being like, well, that doesn't work because of this science thing or that science thing. I'm literally being like, it does work because of this. So they clearly thought of it too.
The science checks out. Evil spirit in the swimming pool, you win this round. But the next time, and I understand not explaining stuff. I'm cool. Like, not everything needs to be explained in the sense for movies and things like that, where it's just like, this is what's happening, like, et cetera, et cetera. Like,
it's okay. They'll save that for the sequel, because then in the sequel they'll over explain things and just ruin the entire first movie by explaining those things.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. What is the craziest thing to me is the person, the bony lady, as it's put for IMDb, is Liz Parkinson. Do you guys know who Liz Parkinson is?
I don't think so.
Liz Parkinson is a stunt person as well as like a dive instructor and water safety person on, and I'm just going to give you a rundown of some of the things she's worked on. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Avatar: The Way of Water. F9: The Fast Saga. Station 11, and Shark Week. Nice. So for water safety and like the bony lady, they got the top person, basically. And I'm just like, who does this writer know? Like,
wait.
Bryce McGuire, who wrote this and directed. He wrote and directed this. Like, my guy, your phone runs deep.
I'm trying to see, since this is Blumhouse, I'm wondering if they're doing a haunted house for Halloween Horror Nights. It would be an interesting concept.
I'm in.
It would.
If it is, I'm going.
No, it's not. I don't see it listed. I see A Quiet Place and Insidious. Ugh. So
Insidious
over
again?
Insidious. Well, because they just had that new Insidious movie.
They did?
Yeah.
How little I know about him. Kat, I don't know about you, but this is just a way for Kathleen to be like, gosh, you should watch this movie, because I never watch anything. Just waits for her to like torture me. This is the second horror movie I've seen.
I did know about the Insidious movie.
Alien does not count. Well, I think we watched it together.
We did, yeah.
Alien counts. My girlfriend was
scared.
That's a
monster horror. That's very different.
It's monster horror. My bad.
Everyone watching, I'm so sorry. I'm tearing up because of sinuses right
now.
She's tearing up like, how could you call it a horror movie?
My goodness.
Not scary.
Not scared.
Alien is my sister's like favorite horror series ever. She's like obsessed.
I need to watch. I really want to. Yeah, me and Akash. I've only seen the first one as well, but I want to see the new one coming out, because it looks kind of like a reboot of the original. When I
believe
watched
it's
the
a
trailers.
sequel.
No, it is, but it's
because we talked about the timeline in the episode we did together.
Yeah, it is a sequel, but they literally set it up in a very similar way to the first one. It just seems like they're kind of trying to make like a modern version, is what it seems like. So it'd be interesting to watch that one. But I do want to watch the second one. I heard that one's really good, or at least I know Family Guy parodied part of it, so I really want to watch it for that.
Nice.
We've got a Ghostbusters Frozen Empire haunted house at Halloween Horror Nights. And I'm like, Ghostbusters isn't scary.
Ghostbusters is like
It's
not
about
scary at
ghosts.
all. It's
about
comedy.
ghosts. Yeah, but sometimes those houses are more fun. I don't
Okay.
know.
I've
never been to Halloween Horror Nights, so I have no idea.
Oh, so a lot of times I usually like, when it comes to Halloween Horror Nights, I like the houses that aren't based on movies because you don't know what to expect. When it comes to the ones made from movies, they're kind of just recreating the movie a lot of times. And
Okay.
so you're just like they have a Stranger Things houses all the time. They don't have one this year because they didn't have a season this year, but it's usually like here's what happens in episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, like the main points in it.
There's some cool ones. We've got some Monsters Eternal, just with like werewolves and Van Helsing and Abu Ra and Bride of Frankenstein.
Cool.
Then we've got Dead Exposure, like with zombies, but like nuclear zombies.
Yeah.
And then we've got Monstruoso.
Well, they have something called the Candy Factory.
The Nightmares of Latin America.
When you go through the Candy Factory one, you have to let me know how it smells because they had one for Krampus once, and in the movie Krampus, there's like these like evil gingerbread men, and so they had them in the haunted house, but the entire haunted house smelled like gingerbread. It was amazing.
Ooh, nice.
It was so nice. I was like, I don't know.
If they have it, I'll let you know.
What touch y'all did to make this happen, but it smells so good.
Yeah, we're I think Halloween Horror Nights we're gonna do like midway through September, I think is the goal.
Nice. That'll be a good time. I do know, I think like I went last year, first week of October. Little tip for everybody. There was no one in the parks. I mean, Halloween Horror Nights was busy, but during the day, the parks, it was nice, beautiful weather. No one in the parks. We ended up going to all 4 Disney parks and both Universal and Islands of Adventures within 3 days before we went to Halloween Horror Nights. So first week of October apparently is the time to go.
I like how you're saying it's beautiful in Florida when it's walking through.
Well, like I meant that it wasn't like storming or a hurricane, which would deter people from.
You mean tomorrow?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Aren't you on a hurricane watch or something?
I'm fine. I just hope it doesn't.
It never hits Jacksonville, so you're gonna be knock on wood.
My problem is more so I have to fly on Monday.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that is a problem.
I have work.
Oh no. Where are
we'll
you
see.
Where are you supposed to be flying to? Is it like
somewhere worse?
Oh,
good. So south?
That's fine.
Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh.
117.
Boo.
Low of 93.
No. Oh gosh, I hope you have to host house.
Cat's like, I don't need to laugh at this movie. You're gonna be in 93 low. That's a funny joke.
Hey,
that's not real math.
Okay. On the upside, even though Arizona is like really, 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 really hot, at least they don't have the humidity. That helps a little bit.
Well,
someone's gonna comment, well, you guys don't have actual heat, and I'm gonna be like, shut up.
Yeah.
I don't know. When I went to Sacramento, it was in the 90s, which to me it usually doesn't feel very hot, being from Florida, but I would walk outside and literally my hands would just start cracking because it was so dry outside.
Dry, yeah.
But like bring lotion. I don't buy lotion. I don't know.
That's one of the reasons I don't like going out west is because of how freaking dry it is.
Unless you're like in like LA or something.
Yeah, you do. And like your skin cracks. Ugh.
Yeah, luckily I just bathe myself in moisturizer.
There you go.
That's
just need shea butter, cocoa butter lotions. Speaking of where we're going and things like that, where does this take place? Did we ever learn where this is?
Like, I always just like assumed it was in like, I think they mention it, but I forgot.
Like Pennsylvania. I assumed like Pennsylvania or something like that.
Yeah, I always assumed they were in like California or something.
It does say it was shot in California, but let's see.
I don't think it's
it doesn't in present day, blah blah blah. But like, yeah, I don't think we're ever.
I found it. Where? So and I love the comment too. It says it is strangely set in Minnesota for no real reason.
Minnesota?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Do they know what Minnesota looks like?
No.
Does Minnesota have springs?
It does.
Okay.
Minnesota. I was recently in Minnesota for work. Honestly, a pretty nice place. some weird things, but it's a pretty nice place.
No, they're Vikings. Oh, no. Sorry. Go Pack, go.
Okay. All
Sorry.
right.
That was so random.
I don't know.
For a minute, I was like, Vikings. And then you said the Packer thing. And I was like, oh.
I don't even watch football, y'all. I am
it's
embedded
out of
in
nowhere.
the
Out of nowhere. Minnesota does have springs and such because it's by the Great Lakes and stuff, and there's rivers and things. That's all I was gonna say. Like,
oh, that's
you were
funny.
saying it was a nice place. I was like, no, it's not. It's Minnesota.
there's no, it's nice. They just have some weird laws about things. Damn.
Some weird laws, like what?
Yeah, with alcohol and stuff. Nothing like they've got like certain places can only like there's like municipal liquor stores and things like that.
Oh,
They're
so
beautiful.
kind of like Utah, where like you
Yeah,
find dry
yeah.
counties everywhere. I remember one time I went to Utah and I was very new to drinking and I didn't drink beer or wine yet. And I was like, I want a margarita. And they're like, we don't have a liquor license in this county. I was like, cool. So they made me a white wine margarita. It was really good.
They made you a white wine slushie.
Really,
Yes.
guys? Okay, sorry.
The cats?
They just turned on one of the lights.
I thought you were talking to us.
Wait.
I was like, yeah, I know. Sorry.
The cats turned on the lights?
They just turned on the lights.
How? They can reach the light switch?
Yeah, their cat drew's right by the light switch.
Oh, okay. I was like, how big is this cat?
I was like, how smart. I thought they were like up on a counter, like just playing with the switch or something.
They are playing with the switch, but it is because their cat tree's right by it.
We're literally about to watch a horror movie. Like the cats are turning the switch on and off.
I was like, it's like the SpongeBob episode where they're like, well, who's turning the lights on and off? And it's like, Nosferatu.
No, which was so random as a child. Why was that a thing?
I had no clue who that was. I was like, oh, this is hilarious. He must be some old black and white character from a TV show. I'm wrong.
Are we gonna watch the new Nosferatu? I know we talked about it.
I want to as well. I need to watch the original first, though.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen the original.
I don't believe you do, but okay.
No, I want to watch the original first.
It's not necessary.
Compare it.
You don't need to do homework.
I do have a feeling that this is gonna be a lot like, so I watched The Mummy growing up, and then there was a day where my dad was like, oh, I have like the original Mummy from like the 1950s ? I may have been older than that. Let me look it up. But I was like, yeah, I would love to watch that. I love the 1932. Yep. I was like, I would love to watch it. Like, I love the new one. I fell asleep. I fell asleep so hard. That Mummy moves so slow. It was completely in black and white, and I was like 10 at the time. So I was like, why am I watching this? I was so bored. And then he tried to get me to watch Creature from the Black Lagoon. He's like, they filmed in Jacksonville. You gotta watch it. Blah blah blah. And that movie also, you could easily run away from the monster. So easily.
Yo,
they don't move.
This cast for the new Nosferatu, which comes out on Christmas Day.
Ooh.
Oh, the cast is really good.
Very festive.
It's stacked.
Mm-hmm.
This is
great cast.
We've got Aaron Taylor Johnson, Willem Dafoe, Bill Skarsgård, Nicholas Hoult, Ralph Ineson, Lily Rose Depp. Like, this is stacked.
Isn't it also a Robert Eggers film?
It is.
Yeah, I like his work. I like his
We've
films.
got Emma Corrin and Aaron Taylor Johnson play the Hardings. Willem Dafoe's the professor, and Bill Skarsgård is Count Orlok, which I don't really understand how anyone is getting any jobs in any horror monster production if it's not Bill Skarsgård. He is so good. He was it.
Yeah.
And he's done acting, obviously, besides that. He was in the John Wick movie.
Yeah.
The last one. But it's like, I feel like he's putting everyone out of a job. Like, as far as monsters go, like, I don't know if the industry's going to survive him retiring at some point.
Honestly, I say put him in more. Like, let's go. Let's do these monster horror movies. I love it.
I'm not arguing. Like, he's doing great.
Leave Tom Cruise out of the equation. Put Bill Skarsgård in, and we're good. Sorry, that was a nod towards the Mummy. The reboot of the Mummy. If anyone's listening, not worth watching. Sorry. I mean, the girl who played the actual Mummy was good. But the rest of the movie, no.
When was Tom Cruise in the Mummy? That was
Brendan Fraser. In the new one.
No, they rebooted it, and they were.
No, they didn't. No, they really would.
Their goal was to reboot the entire monster series through Universal, including Dracula, the Mummy. I'm sure Dracula the Creature from the Black Lagoon.
I'll fight people on that one.
But that wasn't part of it. They ended up, after the Tom Cruise movie came out, they scrapped everything because it did so poorly. It was not a great movie at all.
This says it did pretty good. It budgeted 125 to 195 million. Box office made 410 million.
But it was not a good movie.
Oh, no, I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd never heard of it, so.
Yeah, it was not a good movie. I was so afraid because at the time, The Mummy was my absolute favorite ride at Universal, and they started doing construction on it. And I was like, I swear, if they change this to frickin' Tom Cruise and take out Brendan Fraser's little cameo videos throughout the park, I'm gonna be so mad. And thankfully, they left it alone because I'm sure that was their initial plan, was to be like, let's put Tom Cruise in.
I love doing this podcast simply because the things we get upset about are so vastly different. Like, man, when that Mummy roller coaster was getting work done,
it's the best ride at Universal Studios. It used to be
down all the time. I broke down on it 3 times.
I've never broken down on it, and I usually ride it 3 times in a row.
Sounds like a personal problem to me.
I literally was on it. We stopped and we were like, oh, this must be part of it. And then they asked us to get out. And I walked along the mechanical stuff. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Sounds like a you problem. I know not to ride with you. Oh my gosh. It was hilarious.
That's what you took away from that?
I've also never had any issues on that ride. So
yeah. Just me, I guess.
Just saying.
Me and Kat are good.
Just saying. Kat's like, just saying, Akash, I'm fine.
I got to take my niece for the first time to Universal. Like, she just turned 11, did the whole Harry Potter thing. And I took her through the Mummy stuff, and I was showing her so there's like little tricks in the ride where you can like blow air on people, on unsuspecting victims. That's what I should call them. Like, there's like little things you can do. And so I was like, watch the camera and push that button when it lights up blue. And so we did. And this lady freaked out. She was in like a group of people, and she was like, oh my gosh, and like got blown with air. And she was like standing there freaking out. And so then once the little thing lit up again, because she hadn't moved, we kept pushing it. It was so funny. I love torturing people on that ride.
I just want it to go on the record that she said she loves torturing people, and like 5 or 6 episodes ago, and she put this as a social media clip. I was like, this is what Kathleen does. She has her friends come watch movies so she can torture us.
But what did I say in response? I said, no, I just like to torture myself.
At least she's honest.
She is. I want to be clear. This movie was not torture. Like, it was like.
This movie is hilarious.
It's satire for the most part.
100%.
Oh my god, so
like
funny.
This movie was a great watch. This was a fun time. But like, let me be clear. I'm not buying the DVD.
No.
Oh no. I will never pay to watch this movie again. I made my roommates watch it, and I was like, we're not paying for it. I was like, we're gonna pirate this movie.
It's on Peacock. It's streaming on Peacock.
Oh, it's on Peacock now. Okay, well at the time it wasn't.
I believe. Yeah, it came out this year and it's streaming on Peacock. So that says enough.
Yeah.
I will put money towards a sequel. That is it. I will go watch a sequel of this because it was great. And the fact where, I mean, our audience was great, Kat. Like,
they were.
We were laughing like through all of it, and the whole audience was laughing.
It was so good.
I've got from the same website, Screen Rant. I don't know if they're a reputable website or not.
Yeah, they are.
Okay. In one thing, they say Night Swim 2 is not confirmed, but the possibility of a sequel is open due to the ending of the first film.
Yeah.
And then the same website on a different things, Night Swim 2 chances addressed by director goes, if Night Swim swings at the box office, a sequel is unlikely. Let's find out how Night Swim did at the box office.
Night Swim 6.
Night Swim? Night Swim?
Let me just say this.
let me be clear here. Okay. In big letters, it says $54.1 million box office. That's not what I'm laughing at. That's not what I'm laughing at all. Right underneath it is a blurb, and it says over $54 million worldwide and like highlighted. But like right above the highlight, it just says like the film received negative reviews from critics and grossed over 54 million.
Did
and
you
I'm just like, ooh.
Did you see the Rotten Tomatoes score? It's pretty bad.
63% of Google users like the movie.
So 43% of of Rotten Tomatoes. There were other reviews that was like down in the 20s. Let me see.
Oh no.
It may have been IMDb, maybe.
Let me see. Let's see.
Oh yeah, Google says 20%.
Google said 63% enjoyed it from my thing.
Okay, sorry, that's Rotten Tomato. Rotten Tomatoes say 20%.
Yep, I see it. 4.7 on IMDb. Honestly, it made money. The budget was 15 million. Well, this movie had a $15 million budget. So, who the heck needed to pay $15 million to film this movie? I could have filmed this movie for a fraction of that.
I'm sure that pool was expensive. I'm sure they had to have lifeguards on set.
I could have found you a pool. I could find you a school pool. We'll film this at a university.
Oh my gosh. I will say, I think horror movies are what is bringing people into theaters. Horror movies and Deadpool. But well, because I mean,
I think Twisters also did good because of Glenn Powell.
Glenn Powell, yes. Sorry, Glenn Powell, Deadpool, horror movie. that is the holy trinity right now.
Yes,
bringing people into theaters.
Is Glenn Powell that big of a star? I've only know
he's so handsome and charismatic, Akash. Okay.
Yeah, there's a freaking.
I have nothing against the man. I assume he's a nice man.
There's a video of him where he's just standing there being like, I'm fucking Glenn Powell. I was like, yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
For the record, Twisters made a lot more money than Night Swim already.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Deadpool did in the first night.
Yeah.
But like, we knew that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, Deadpool Wolverine was always gonna like smash.
But
yeah, you had first of all, Hugh Jackman's abs in anything make more money than Night Swim.
They were making a new Final Destination.
Why? Sorry. Sorry.
I'm gonna cry.
Sorry. The last one ended it perfectly. The last one was like a prequel and like
my God.
ended
Please
perfectly.
clip that. Oh my God. I need that clipped. I need that to be on my ringtone. I need a GIF of that. Oh my God, I want to use that everywhere. I just want a recording and a freaking TikTok or Instagram thing where something happens, like someone's talking about something and it's just Kat going, why?
Sorry.
It like hit my like cry reflex way too quickly. I was not ready for that. Like instantly I went from laugh to cry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh my gosh. I don't know why, but it's called Final Destination Bloodlines. So I'm kind of like, are they gonna go after their kids? Are they gonna
bloodlines? Yeah. We don't need to add bloodlines. That's like adding Next Generation to something.
I feel like this is like Jaws 3 again, where like the shark goes after
Jaws
the children.
3?
Yes.
Yeah.
And like literally, I think it's Jaws' child is going after the children who killed the original Jaws.
Yep.
You should just title this episode like Akash doesn't know movies. Akash is bad at. That's what you should title. Akash is bad at whatever.
No, but I was gonna say, there's a lot of horror movies coming out in the next like year or two, and a lot of them have big stars. Like Tom Hanks is gonna be in a horror movie.
I'm in.
Oh.
That's why I'm like horror movies is the thing that's bringing box offices. So now all the big stars are going to horror movies. There was another one that's coming out. Oh gosh.
I think Tom Hanks just can do whatever he wants. I think he's made enough money. He's just like, this script looks fun. That's what Robert De Niro does.
Yeah, but he's built such a wholesome presence or a rapport that it's interesting that he's like taking on this horror movie because he's like the bad guy. And then Nicolas Cage just did a horror movie, and someone else. There's another movie coming out.
Long Legs was really good.
Are we gonna watch the Mickey Mouse horror movie?
I don't know that.
It's called The Mouse Trap.
Stop.
It's the first ever horror movie feature film containing Mickey Mouse because he just became public domain January 1st.
Oh, okay. I was about to ask about that. I was like, how are they allowed to do that? Because
public. No. So it's a budget of 800,000. It releases September 20th.
Have you guys watched the Winnie the Pooh movies?
No, I refuse to. Oh my gosh. I refuse to.
I don't care about Mickey Mouse, but I'll die for Winnie the Pooh.
Oh my god, wait, they made a second one, Kat? Oh my gosh.
They did.
Oh, I'm in. Never mind. If there's two, screw it.
It looks, I mean,
it's really they're really bad, but
nothing is sacred anymore, clearly.
No.
Nothing that I love matters anymore, is what you're telling me.
Oh gosh. No. We got to get Akash to watch, and I will say I have not seen this movie.
This is my nightmare. This is the darkest timeline.
Oh my god.
This is what Akash, what are you doing this weekend? I'm watching 3 horror movies.
I literally was talking to somebody about that exact episode in Community less than 24 hours ago.
It's because Community is amazing.
It is amazing, yes. I was trying to convince that person to watch it, and I was like, "You've seen the meme with the troll and the fire and the pizza," and he's like, "Yes," and I was like, "That's it. Go watch it." No, there's 2 movies, 2 of the, oh gosh.
What am I watching?
Have you ever seen the Priest movie, Kat, with the Velociraptor?
Velociraptor Priest?
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. It's called Velocipaster.
Yeah, yes. Velocipaster.
I have never seen it.
Oh my god, that sounds amazing.
I've never seen it either. It's got a higher rating on IMDb than Night Swim.
Of course it does.
Oh my god, this is amazing.
Wait, Night Swim's so bad.
No, it does. It really does. I'm not lying to you.
Oh no, I believe you.
I need to read this. I have to read this review. Hold on.
65% on Rotten Tomatoes.
5 stars for Velocipaster. I am currently crying so hard right now. This is seriously the most beautiful, well put together story ever. I can't believe how magical it was at 1 minute and 12 seconds. That part truly made me shed a tear, and especially 6:34. That part was just so truly heart touching. I cannot describe the series of emotions.
Sounds amazing.
Excellent detail.
Nicholas Stratton wrote this. If you go to the review right below that, Kathleen, you'll see that Moana is a phenomenal movie released in 2016 about a young girl that breaks the stereotypes and limitations of her culture and parents' desire for her life. Someone wrote a Moana review for Velocipaster.
Oh my gosh.
Audience score is 4.7 out of 5 stars after 1,300 ratings.
I love that there's more than one.
Yeah.
More. Wait, what?
Wait, there's a second Velocipaster?
There's 2.
Oh, I see it.
It says it. It says there's 2.
Oh, there's one in 2017 and one in 20. Wait.
Did it happen yet?
Wait, hold on. I see 2017, 2018, and 2019.
Damn.
What? I think it's just one, and maybe it was just produced or like distributed at different times.
Oh, okay.
I'm wondering if that's what it is. But then also, I think there's a movie called, is it Rubber? Oh my gosh.
We are not watching.
Do you know what that movie is?
Yes, I was a teenage boy, so every teenage boy has seen the tire killing things.
Hey, you seem to have been out of touch with a lot of things with horror movies, so I had one.
No, that's fair. That's fair. It came out. Let me see when Rubber came out, and I can tell
2010. 2010.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen Teeth?
Yeah, I am not, but I know what you're talking about.
Why are there just horror movies named after body parts? Next, you're gonna tell me hands.
It's really funny. There probably is a.
There's a reason. Hands. I think I started watching Teeth and I never finished it, or maybe I did finish it.
So funny.
Oh my gosh. It's about a woman or a girl who's like, you get told certain things and certain religious about like your chastity and whatnot. And
yeah,
it turns out that her, what has teeth. Yeah, it has teeth. And so she just starts getting revenge on boys, I think.
Yep. See, you had me with Velocipaster. You told me about these other movies, I watched Night Swim. I had a great time.
Yes.
And now you're telling me that I don't need. Okay, so body horror, I believe, is the term, and I'm good, man. Like, it's the same reason I never need to watch Hostel again. I saw it in
Oh yeah,
fair.
I saw Hostel not in theaters because I'm not a crazy person, but I saw it in a hotel room.
Oh.
Just on TV, and I'm certain parts were censored.
Yeah. That's
That's torture porn, and I'm not into that. I will watch horror movies, but I am not doing teeth. I don't want any of that image. I don't want those images forever burned into my brain.
Yeah, I will say, I think as I've gotten older, I've gotten to that point too. Like, it's harder for me to watch like Saw and stuff. And I used to marathon that stuff every year, every October, sit down and watch every single one in order, hop in the movie theater, have my mom sneak me in, and then I'd watch the next one. It came out every October.
Yeah.
Had my mom sneak me in?
Yep, or she wasn't sitting through that. She'd go and buy 2 tickets.
Oh, okay.
Sit me down, and then she'd go off somewhere else.
Got it.
And watch
Okay,
something
I understand.
else. Yeah.
I was like, you could just buy a movie ticket and go.
Not when you're 13 and it's rated R.
People stopped you? Really?
Yeah.
Like I was totally allowed to go buy a movie ticket.
So like the thing is, we had already moved from Jack's Beach and Pablo 9 had already shut down. Because if it had been Pablo 9, 100%, no one ran that place. That's why
they didn't care.
No, like half the time there wasn't a ticket terror or there wasn't someone selling tickets. So you just walked in.
I have to let my dogs in.
Okay.
So we're doing Velocipaster? Is that what I'm watching?
I mean, I never saw it. Kat, did you ever see it?
Nope.
I
didn't even know it was a thing until you just told me about it.
I had heard of it. Oh, let me be clear here. Like, Velocipaster, I've not read anything about it. I'm just looking at the poster.
The pictures?
The poster says a man of the claw, so I'm guessing it's a person turning into a Velocipaster.
I think so. I honestly don't know. But if you look at if you look at stills from the movie, you can see how low budget of a film this is. Like, I think I could make this movie with an iPhone.
I could make Night Swim with an iPhone.
Oh my goodness. Oh my god, this is amazing. This looks amazing.
The budget, $36,000.
That's crazy.
How much did it make? Velocipaster profit. Let me just see. Velocipaster box office? I have no idea if this was in the box office. Wait.
They crowdfunded for a sequel. And it came out in Europe.
Okay.
Yes, it raised 160% of its crowdfunding goal.
Wow.
One of the people ask why Velocipaster is so good. It just manages to achieve this comedy earnestly. It's so bad it's good is what I'm seeing.
I need something like that. Like, I need another one.
I mean, apparently it's become a cult film already. It only came out like a year and a half ago, didn't it? Oh no.
I think my favorite part is like you can totally tell that there's just a dude in that suit. There's just a guy.
Yeah. Just as a Oh man, I will say they went hard with the poster.
They did.
I don't know.
The poster goes hard.
I don't know if they just stole images from Jurassic Park and then just edited it, but
this movie's out in Blu-ray.
That's fantastic.
Oh my gosh.
Is it streaming anywhere? Oh my god, it's streaming on Tubi for free. I'm in.
Oh okay. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
It's on Tubi. It's on Amazon Prime Video for free.
Ooh, okay. I have Amazon.
Yeah, so that's good. Oh my god, hold on. My guys, my people. Amazon Prime Video, 2,000 reviews about this film. It has 4.5 stars on Amazon. Wow. I'm not even screwing with you.
See, people just love silly bad movies.
Yeah.
I'm excited to watch this one because this one's not a horror movie. I mean, it's a horror movie, but it's a horror comedy. So I'm like, this will be. I know exactly what we're getting into, or maybe I don't.
It'll be enjoyable for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a text tomorrow. It's like after that, we're watching this one, and it's like a 5-star terrifying movie, and I'm just like, I have nightmares now.
I mean, the only one that would still give me nightmares
Nope, that's not what I
is
said. That's not what I said. Don't even go there. Don't even tell me.
let me Sinister. That movie, the
Oh,
sequel ruined
Sinister's
it.
creepy.
Yeah,
I
Sinister.
only watched that one time. I never watched it again.
It is very creepy. It's just some of the scenes that they did with the kids. Oh, yeah, it wasn't great. Yeah, that has Ethan Hawke in it.
Yes.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. It was a really good movie in the fact where I left feeling very unsettled. Like kind of how I left with Long Legs, where I was like, I just don't feel great about things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen Godzilla -1?
Oh, it's really good.
It is in my top 5 movies of all time.
Yeah, he loves it. Yeah.
It's so good.
I've always loved Godzilla. I was just curious because I know Kathleen has not seen it.
I have seen it.
Oh, you watched -1?
Yeah, I watched. I did a 3-movie day where I went to Regal and watched 3 movies in a row, and literally 2 of the theaters I was in the exact same seat, in the exact same theater. Yeah,
I love that. But no, that's everyone that's gotten this far in this episode. Go watch Godzilla -1.
It's really good.
That's my takeaway from Night Swim. Godzilla -1 is a great cinematic masterpiece. You should go check it out. You'll cry.
Yeah, and watch Velocipaster, so you're ready for your next one.
Yeah, watch Velocipaster before the next one.
All right.
I don't think there's much more we can say about this. Night Swim.
Thanks everyone.
This turned into a podcast, by the way.
It did. I was worried.
Into a podcast.
We hit like 20 minutes, and I was like, "Oh, what else are we gonna talk about?"
Whatever we want.
But yeah, thanks for everyone listening and watching, and thanks to Akash and Kat for joining me today. Right?
Thanks for having me.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Drink coffee, guys.
Bye.
Bye.